Well, it's very tough for me to come after Richard Nash and Frank Rose, but anyway, I'm just a journalist, so you're the dreamer, you're the visionary. So, thank you for being here. I will try to talk a little bit about my profession. So, I'm a journalist, and many journalists enter the profession nowadays for a simple reason: a love for stories. The enjoyment of a good narrative also appears to be something that is hardwired into the human brain. Psychologists and neuroscientists have recently become fascinated by the human predilection for storytelling. The best stories, those retold through generation and translated into other languages, captivate their audience, whose emotion can be tied to those of the story's characters. Such immersion is a state psychologists call narrative transport. So I state today that narrative transport is at the bottom of audience engagement. The internet has raised concerns that digital media will spell doom for the narrative, replaced by constant bursts of information lacking any context and the float of raw video and data. People are overloaded with facts and updates and have trouble connected to more in-depth stories. Younger people, in particular, have many difficulties to access this content, such content. So, is there a solution for this lack of concentration? How can we help readers to engage with our stories? A lesson, in my opinion, comes from teens. Because teens want background information and want context for stories, as well as visuals like photos and graphics to make the content more compelling. So, rather than undermining the traditional narrative, the internet is an opportunity to experiment with multidimensional storytelling and new narrative approaches that provide content, context, and depth, and also more compelling and engaging. So, instead of a single linear narrative, a story can be broken up into a series of narratives, organized as topical subsections that people can explore according to their own interests, not mine. Anyway, not every story is a good multimedia story. So, how can we choose the right story? A good way, maybe, can be dividing a story into topical segments, different aspects, and see if there are some aspects that need different media formats, like text, video, audio, photos, slideshow, graphic, data visualizations, that are most appropriate to the specific topic, making storytelling more engaging. If you feel that some topics of your story need more than text, your story is ready to become multimedial. So one of the toughest decisions a multimedia reporter must take is what type of media would be the best to tell a particular story. Because the best multimedia storytelling presents content in the type of media most appropriate to the nature of the story being told. So I'd like to show you my last multimedia story. It's about a deaf sound artist. Her name is Christine Seung Kim. And when I met her first time in New York, she's 34 years old, and she works in New York. And when I first met Christine, I understood that the text, even if in long form, even if extremely well written, could never be enough to tell her story. I needed a way to show her energy, to show her special work on sound, a way to interact with people and with the world. In brief, I need pictures, and videos. So with the help of a great photographer and video maker, Ciro Magnabosco, my multimedia story was born.